Hello everyone and welcome to another best of 3 in the IEM Season 1 group stage. This time it's going to be a Night Elf versus human matchup, and spawning in the bottom left spawn position of Secret Valley is the Ukrainian Night Elf player in red, HoT, and he starts with an Ancient of War first. So like we've seen plenty of times before in this tournament, once again the Night Elf is going to start with a Tavern Hero build order. So I guess the Moonwell is going to be the next building, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. So a couple of archers for HoT early on, plus a Tavern Hero, which of course we're going to be paying close attention to. And on the other side of the map, in the top right spawn position, is the German human player Spell, spawning in yellow in this game, and he's going for Altar first. Obviously pretty sure it's going to be the AM first, and he's going for a pretty bizarre building placement. So Altar finishes AM first. Yes, totally expected, of course. What is not expected is the barracks to be like right in front of the town hall. Like usually you would want to build your wall consisting of the farms next to the town hall, and then on the outside, kind of like the altar here, the altar and the barracks. So you'd expect the barracks to be somewhere around here. Spell decides not to do this kind of building placement, so we're gonna see what he's got in mind with that. First couple of footmen in production, and the Wisp is heading towards the tavern. Maybe it's the scout though, and maybe the archer is gonna head towards the tavern, or this Wisp. We'll find out. So Spell is going to outrun this archer, because apparently HoT has better things to do at the moment than chasing down this footman with one archer, which of course would take him a long time. Second archer is almost out. Second footman also out, as well as the AM. 3 militia called only here, so doesn't want to waste too many resources apparently, while creeping the standard north spot here. Meanwhile, in the middle, we're gonna see the hero anytime soon, and it is the Dark Ranger first for HoT, and he's gonna want to stay passive with that one apparently and start creeping. I mean, of course, there are some camps on Secret Valley which provide some easy quick kills, and therefore a couple of skeletons, like 2 skeletons here, 3 here, 3 here, so you can somewhat work with the Dark Ranger. Vein of Illusion, by the way, for Spell. But I don't think it's the very greatest map for Dark Ranger. It's not an Echo Isles, for example, or maybe a Terina stand on which you can really, you know, gather a ton of skeletons in a very short amount of time. So Arcane Tower coming here, more farms to add up to this little left flank of the wall. 3 farms only for Spell, and 3, 7, 8 lumber peasants, and he doesn't produce anymore, so I'm assuming he's gonna want to take here, and that's exactly what he's doing. And HoT very quickly going for the creep on the Goblin Merchant here, only after creeping this little green camp down here. So he's, yeah, creeping very aggressively here. Not too much risk taken though, since he sees where the AM is with the Wisp, and he's not detonating actually, even though that kill was very obvious. Apparently he had more important things to take care of. Spell maintaining his XP lead for now, which is not too huge, but about like a third of a level, like 2.1 against, or maybe like 2.2 against 2.5 at the moment. A couple of archers out. Tech wise, HoT is slightly ahead, and okay, we're gonna see a rifle caster play by Spell, which of course is the most, like by far the most likely choice if the human stays on one base and goes to tier 2. And now the base layout of Spell somewhat starts to make sense, as the blacksmith perfectly fits in between the altar and the barracks here, and he's researching defense upgrade, so he wants to make as much use of those footmen as possible. And I guess maybe that's a pretty smart idea, because HoT is gonna rely only on piercing damage with his archers for a while. And you know, on tier 2, let me just quickly check. Alright, there's the hunters also on tier 2. He's gonna get a couple of Dryads first, most likely, and he doesn't have a first here which provides a ton of damage output with the Dark Ranger, so it's not like the Demon Hunter or a Warden which can just annihilate a large number of footmen very quickly. So maybe the defense upgrade makes a lot of sense here. Dark Ranger has already taken a ton of damage, and with only the archers against Defend Footman, Spell should have the upper hand here. I don't think HoT is really in the position at the moment to challenge Spell when it, you know, comes to the middle, but let's just take a look at the Dark Ranger first. Block attempt by the Footman here, I guess one more hit maybe, and HoT properly using the Town Pot here, dodging this Fireball of the AM with the TP, of course. It's gonna cost him a bit of gold if he wants to rebuy it. And at the same time, he's not going to get that level 3 as easily. So tag for Spell finished, which means tag for HoT has already finished as well. Dark Ranger for HoT, Dark Ranger for Spell as well. I guess for, especially for Spell, it's not a big surprise, as you want to have this Dark Ranger or the second hero as quickly as possible if you go for one base rifler caster play. Let me just take a quick look. No Arcane Sanctum yet, but I'm assuming it's gonna come soon. I mean, there's the chance of a Mountain King as well, with the first hero of the night elf not being the Demon Hunter. But, I mean, look at the Naga. He's got so much of a boost in every focus fire he's doing right now, instead of just a bolt every so often, which of course is great. But it's only gonna secure him the kill on one archer, and I think he already killed like 3 archers after he got his Naga out. And therefore, so far, it seems like a pretty decent choice. First Rifleman joining the army right now. At the same time, 2 Agents of Law coming for HoT, and his Naga already has to pay attention. Only 1 Moonbear remaining with some Moon Juice in it. The Defend Footman here running around in the back. Naga not using the Moon Juice yet. I'm assuming he's gonna want to wait until he really needs to use it. But both of his heroes have taken quite some damage already, so maybe Spell's really got a shot of doing something here, but at the same time he shouldn't lose his Rifleman, because it's gonna be very crucial later on to keep the number of those up to a critical amount. Naga can just pull back. Second Naga also in trouble. Spell gets the kill here, and Spell's Naga is getting away because he passed the Boots of Speed prior to this little engagement. So Spell very aware of the threat on his Naga here. Of course, also, you know, a reasonable choice to pass the Boots, because, you know, chasing stuff down with the Naga is one of his most powerful weapons at the moment. But then again, Spell's HoT's Naga already halfway back, whereas Spell is just reaching his main base right now. Arcane Sanctum about to finish. Shop is coming just now, so Spell's Naga is going to be out of the battle for a longer period of time, and now it's only his AM left at the front. He's gonna get the kill on another archer, but now with the Dark Ranger, with the skeletons, with the first Dryad out, which of course is gonna be able to slow, Spell's definitely gonna have to retreat. And have to gather a sufficient amount, as previously mentioned, of Riflemen and a couple of casters first. First Priest is being produced slowly, so this Naga might buy a Scroll of Regeneration, and that's exactly what she's doing. Probably gonna wait for the AM to benefit from that as well. And now he could use it. Okay, maybe he's gonna continue his creeping endeavors first, and so is HoT, who, as mentioned, already has his Naga back. So, you know, he got the kill. Spell that is, he got a bit of XP for it, but I don't think that was too much of a game deciding move. First bear is out already, second bear coming as well, and tier 3 is almost done already, so he's gonna have master bears very soon here. Very quick tier 3 take. I didn't really pick up on that previously. So the time for Spell, the window of opportunity, seems to be a very tight one. Skeleton here scouting everything that's going on. Rifleman coming out. Tier 2 still for Spell, and he didn't see the Arcane Sanctum, but I mean, it's very obvious that that's there. Ogre Magi drops the Claws +9, which of course is great, because with that hero combination he's got there, he doesn't have the huge AoE. I mean, yeah, there's the Fog Lightning, but it's mostly for focusing out single units and gather skeletons with that, and of course +9 damage on one of his heroes is going to benefit him in doing so greatly. So 39 supply already for HoT, 45 for Spell. Let's just quickly see. Tier 3 is done, and Master Bears are already finished, so 2 bears out right now. The army is kind of cut in half right now for HoT, so that's a bit of an unfortunate situation. And he didn't rebuy a town pole, so this could cost him, and he doesn't have the staff yet because his shop just finished. And the militia are coming from the top. Is Spell gonna be able to surround anything? No, unfortunately both the heroes, both the Naga and the Dark Ranger, slip through his fingers here. Maybe he's gonna... okay, he's getting this around with like 10 militia or to the Dryad, so that's at least something. It's, I think, the only... Okay, 2 Drides. One of 2 Drides of HoT, which of course he wanted to use to, you know, dispel slow, dispel water elementals, as you can see right now. So yeah, it's a bit of a setback, but it's only 1 unit, so it could have gone a lot worse. Looks like the bear is probably gonna fall here. Dark Ranger might buy a Staff of Preservation soon, but only 1 more hit required to kill this bear, and that's the case right now. 47 supply against 41, but attack advantage is on HoT's side already, so, you know, the longer this goes, the longer Spell, you know, lets HoT survive, the better it gets for him. Looks like Spell wants to maintain his XP lead for now. I feel like now should be the time to push. He's got 1 breaker, so he can steal crucial rejuvenations away from most likely the Night Elves heroes. He's got a decent number of riflemen. He's got level 4 AM, even level 3 soon Naga. 1 heal scroll. Yeah, maybe a second one wouldn't hurt him, but then again, there's no panda, so it's not that imminent to get heal scrolls. Getting first attack upgrade, getting another rifleman. But as I mentioned, it's not gonna get better with time for Spell, so I'm assuming he's soon going to have to push. The same time, HoT, well, he stayed close to his base. I mean, he knows that the threat is the biggest. Like right now, it's not gonna get any bigger, so you know, he didn't wanna move after this army on the open at the moment. But I guess if he gets like 2-3 more minutes, then he's gonna feel comfortable in taking a straight up fight. And Spell is just sitting back, creeping more and more. I mean, he still has the XP lead. He's still, like, with some very nice kiting, if he gets a nice position, he can still overcome this army, especially since this is Dark Ranger Naga. So this isn't the late game hero composition that is basically going to kill Rifleman Caster all by themselves. Unholy Aura, which is great against Claws plus 12, which is also nice, but not as good as the Unholy Aura. I mean, his spell's got some really nice damage on this Naga right now, so that's gonna help him in sniping stuff down. But the speed boost on all of the bears especially is going to be such a huge help of them, you know, getting around the human army, getting into a good position against the Rifleman, against the casters. 0-0 upgrades, by the way, against 1-0, if I've seen it correctly. Second attack upgrade actually coming, and now Militia being pulled, so it looks like now Spell is going to commit to this push. He didn't get Ivory Towers or anything. Actually, he doesn't even have a Lumber Mill. And the timing by HoT is very nice. Wow, perfect timing. Spell is gonna have to fall back, and if HoT, he doesn't even have to fight here. If he just trades town portals, yeah, he got one. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's just trading town portals. He's getting a few footmen killed. That's like 1, 2 peasants, of course. 1, 2, 3 corpses, I think. Plus the TPs exchanged, and that's going to win him a lot of time. He's going to get like 2 additional bears out. He's going to delay this push by Spell, which is already late by another like a minute or so, which of course a minute in Warcraft 3 is a huge deal. So that was a very smart move by him. Very great timing on that one. Spell apparently just gonna check probably up here if there's anything going on. No, okay, just took the path around the bottom here for some reason. Scout Wisp up here, sees that there's no expansion or anything like that coming, and now we're gonna go into the fight. It's 59 supply against 60, and Spell, yeah, maybe in this little tight choke here. Well, it's not really that tight, but it's probably as good of a position as he's gonna get. Okay, he's trying to go up the choke, but HoT isn't gonna give him that that position to fight in. Now moving forward, Militia time is about to run out. Wisps are coming in, Fog Lightning getting the kill on 3 of them, a couple of detonates coming in nevertheless. Ancient of War has gone down, the Naga is out of position. There is the heal scroll on her, which is gonna have to be used right now. And other than that, first bear is going down, first rifleman is going down, first breaker is going down, the second bear might have to be staffed, and there's the GG by Spell already. Well, that was way early. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, I've mentioned it during the game, like it doesn't get better with time for spell, and as stated, it was very hard for him to get into a position, but leaving basically without fighting the entire fight. I mean, yeah, the Naga was out of position, and that cost him a heal scroll. And, you know, he was definitely not the favorite in that fight. Like, if you have a tech disadvantage and the supply counts are even, that's usually not a good sign. And yeah, as I mentioned, like, if you go for this rifle caster style and then you just play so passively, then you're giving the Knight Elf too much time. It's kind of like in the first best of 3 actually that he played against Sunshine, and this time leaving very early on for whatever reason, and therefore HoT takes the first map, and the second map is going to be Tarina's Stand.